So, our deep dive today begins with, well, with a sudden, deafening silence.
Right. It's June 9th, 1870.
And the entire world gets this shocking piece of news coming in via cable from London.
Charles Dickens is dead. He died at his home, Gad's Hill, literally mid-sentence on his last great novel.
The Mystery of Edwin Drood.
And you have to understand, this wasn't just a moment of, literary grief for fans. This was a full-blown financial catastrophe.
A global one, especially for one American publishing house, Fields, Osgood and Co.
Exactly. Because the novel was only halfway finished. Dickens had completed 6 of the 12 planned serialized parts, just half a book.
Okay, let's really unpack that. Why is an unfinished manuscript a catastrophe specifically for this American publisher, James Osgood?
Well, it all comes down to the public's anticipation. There had been a 5-year wait for a new Dickens novel, half a decade.
So the public is, as I said, ripe for it. Drood was a guaranteed bestseller. We're talking hundreds of thousands of copies instantly.
A sure thing. But that guarantee, it depended entirely on Fields, Osgood and Co. controlling the market.
Which brings us to the real problem, the legal landscape of the 1870s.
Precisely. In the 1870s, the United States and Great Britain, they still didn't have an international copyright agreement.
So what does that mean in practice?
It means if an English author died, or even if their work was just popular enough, American publishers could just take it.
They could pirate the text.
Immediately. They'd print these cheap, unauthorized editions and not pay a single dime in royalties to the author's estate or the original publisher. Dickens' death was basically a starter pistol for literary theft,
And the most ruthless competitor in this race was Harper and Brothers.
whom Osgood and his partner Fields privately called the Harpy Brothers.
A fitting nickname, it seems. The rivalry was incredibly intense, and it all boiled down to price.
It was a brutal economic equation. You see, Fields, Osgood and Co., they had invested a huge amount of money, a massive amount of capital, to secure the authorized advance sheets.
That's the clean copy, right? The one with the original English illustrations.
Yes. And their plan was to sell their legitimate hardbound edition of the final, complete novel for around $2.
Which sounds reasonable. But then Major Harper, the head of the rival firm, he'd already confronted Osgood.
And delivered a very clear threat. He told Osgood the future of publishing wasn't about prestige or quality. It was about sheer volume and low cost.
He literally threatened to flood the market with cheap pirated pamphlet editions of Drood.
And he could sell them for as little as 75 cents.
Wow. So just think about that difference for a moment. As a reader,